All right, everybody. It's 7 o'clock, and this 7 o'clock Central Time. Some of you guys are coming in from a different time zone, and you are at the Monday Night Mastermind. And this is my team-only mastermind that I do once a week on Monday nights, 7 p.m. Central, to help you guys out. And for those of you that might be new on the team here, this is the way that we usually do the mastermind. I usually do some kind of training, do some updates on what's going on, and then also I open it up to hear some some questions from you guys and answer your questions if I have the answers. So, and I also a lot of times I'll bring you guys out on the webinar, and that way we can hear your voice and really get to know who you are and really get to know what the question is that you're asking. So and that's the mastermind portion of the call. So today is Monday, and I can tell you right now that uh, I remember back when I was working a full-time job, and I was working as a household coordinator for a retirement community, and Mondays were something that I kind of dreaded, you know, and these days, it's a total opposite. You know, I woke up kind of late, kind of later than I usually wake up because my cousin, who usually comes over in the mornings to work out, uh, he didn't come over this morning, so I slept in a little bit, and I woke up and I started listening to Paul Hutchings' call that he does every morning at 8 o'clock, and I started listening to that in my bed, and whenever I listen to Paul, I can't just stay in bed, you know, because he's always really super excited about things and excited to be alive, and I mean it just rubs off on me. So I got to get up, I got to get ready for the day. You know, my kids, you know, they were still sleeping until about 9 o'clock this morning, so I got up and I was listening to Paul, and I got some things done around the house, and I had a really fantastic Monday, you know. And then I got to hang out with my kids. We watched some cartoons this morning. We played with some blocks, and when they laid down for their nap, I ate some lunch. I went outside because it was really a nice day, a little bit chilly, but really not bad at all here in Kansas. And I saw in my yard there were a lot of dandelions in my front yard, and so I decided, you know, I got the time. I'm gonna go dig up all the dandelions in my yard. And I did that. There are no dandelions in my yard, and I can look around to other people's yards in my area, and they all have dandelions except the lady right next to me. Like she always has a pristine looking yard. In fact, I feel guilty because she's an older lady. Like, I mean, I think she's in her 70s, but she's always out there in her yard working it and making it look just super nice. And compared to her yard, my yard just it's 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 not good. so so I'm always trying to make my yard just look a little bit better so that, you know, at least, you know, she doesn't get mad at me or something. But I want to start off today kind of to get you guys in a good mindset. So I want you guys to let go. All right. I want you to let go of the past, right? Whatever's happened in the past, whatever, you know, if you were in a business before in the past and it didn't work out, or you know, you didn't do very well in school, or um, anything that happened in your past, just let it go. That's in your past, because we are here in the now, right? And I also want you to let go of your future. All right. I didn't put that down, but let go of your past and let go of your future, and let's get into the present. All right. If you got Facebook going right now, go ahead and shut that off and just focus. Right. Let go of your fears, your doubts. You know, those fears that that you may not succeed, or fears that you will succeed. You know, some people fear that they will succeed. Let go of the excuses. Those excuses that you've always made. You know, I can't do it because I'm not good looking, or I can't do it because, you know, I'm not that smart, or I don't have money, or I'm this and I'm that, I'm this and I'm that. Let go of those excuses. All right? Let go of the what ifs. What if this doesn't work? What if there's something better out there? What if I'm not where I'm supposed to be right now? What if, what if, what if? All right? Let go of those. And let's be in the present and know that we are exactly where we need to be at this moment. And that was a really short presentation, but I thought it's something that we really haven't done, but I think it's important, for us to look at this and reflect on ourselves and really get in the right mindset. Now, what you see on my screen now is my autoresponder get response, right? And these are my autoresponder messages. And as you can see, I went ahead and I created my own, right? And I used some of iPass's, and I'm not actually even finished with all of my messages yet, but I I I tailored iPass's to myself because I don't like I want to go above and beyond, right? I know their messages will work. They've tested them, but I also know that if everybody uses them, they're going to be less and less effective. And for those of us that want to go above and beyond, we should go above and beyond because that's not only going to help uh, the system work better for everybody else, but it's going to help your results too, right? So as you can see on the first day, which is 0, so that'll go out immediately. Once somebody signs it up to your list through a capture page, then I'm sending them 2 emails immediately, right? One is the iPass thank you or the iPass welcome, and then the other one is one that I created myself. Okay, and then the second day, this first one is one of iPass's emails that they have that I tailored it to myself, right? And the second email is about me, right? I'm telling a story. I let people know exactly who I am, what I'm about, and I let them know my story. Talk a little bit about my kids and how they were born and stuff like that. And then on the third day here, I start to give them value, and this is the first part of a series that is a 4-part series, okay, about autoresponders that I created a while back. So I decided to make those that series about autoresponders. I decided to make those my autoresponder series. So so it's really cool. So and then I've got a testimonial here of this girl named Katie, and um, she is one of the iPass members, and she's doing really well. And this is actually an older testimonial that she did a while back, but it was really good. So I decided to put it on a page and use it as as a autoresponder, right? And keep in mind, throughout these days, whenever I do a blog post, I'm also going to send them a blog post, whatever blog post I do. Actually, I'm doing 2 blogs right now. One blog is more for like a really super specific niche, and that's my Men of Valor blog. And that I don't send out to my entire list. But whatever blog I do from joshbayless.com, that's my marketing and sales blog, more in the business type mind frame there. That is the type of blog that I would be sending out. And this fourth day here, I know it says 3. It's kind of confusing, but this is the fourth day. Um, uh, I have another testimonial here of John Oltz, and then I've got a value-based email, and then this personal assistant one is one that I got. It's an idea that I got from Paul Hutchings, and he's doing this. He has his personal assistant um, send out emails on his behalf. All right, and I'm uh, creating my wife as my personal assistant. She doesn't do a lot of my business, but I'm just going to call her my personal assistant. So uh, I make it look like that my wife is sending it within the system, and I encourage people to reply back to the email to see if they want to be one of my students to show them how, to coach them along with their business. So, and then the fifth day, I've got another testimonial, and this is a testimonial of a baby boomer, Irene, who is a hairstylist and who is crushing it. So anybody can do really well in this system, right? And so I'm planning on putting some other testimonials here, but I want to try to get different demographics of people within the system, so that sorry, so that some people will identify with you know uh, a particular type of person. So I want to get different demographics in there to do that. And then the sixth day is the last day of that value-based series. Um, and I haven't done anything with these. Now from here, I might go every other day for a little while. And uh, and then that's that, right? That's what I'm doing there. So let me go back here. I have also been doing the 30-day plan that they have here, and I highly suggest that you guys do it. It's um, really a good deal. There's a lot of really good information in here, and if you actually apply it, you will get results. I promise you, because I have gotten results. Um, so this is what it looks like. I'm on day 7. I haven't done everything in here yet, but um, uh, I'll just let you guys go look at it. Uh, there's plenty of information here for you guys to look at, and some of it from day to day is repeat information, but it builds on everything. So you're not doing everything at the very beginning, but you're building up to where you need to be. So it's really, really cool. I've implemented it. Like I said, I've already gotten some results from that. And so that is that for my training today. Let's see here. Let's see if anybody is asking any questions yet. No, okay. So as for updates, now, if you guys have not seen the last update that iPass came out with, and they came out with it, Chris came out with this update right after our last Monday night Mastermind. So it's a video, and he kind of explains some of the things that had happened when we launched the new Supercharge. Um, back when we first launched it, we crashed the website, right? And this time we crashed the gateway. And I don't really know what a gateway is, but apparently it's something that will affect how people can pay for the system. So a lot of people were able to pay, like they got declines, but I think they got that fixed. Let me see if looks like we got Steven. Steven is here on the webinar, and he just joined a couple days ago, and he said that he had a little bit of trouble. Steven, can you type into the chat and just let me know if you're still having trouble with that, or your case uh, may not be the same since you were having trouble already in the system. All right. Well, Steven is replying back to me. I'll keep going here. Let's see. So yeah, if you go to updates here from your dashboard, you'll be able to see Chris Jones's latest video, and I really encourage you guys just to keep up with all the videos that they come out with the updates, so that you guys can stay informed. There's really no updates that I know of on the Empower Network side. Everything is pretty much the same there. But let's see. All right. Stephen, I see that you've got your hand raised, but okay. As I checked, I'm still having problems signing up. Okay. Well, I don't know if that is the same problem with that gateway that Chris was talking about in this video, and you created the ticket. Perfect. That's perfect. So if you guys ever have any problems at all, you can always go up here and go to support and create a support ticket, right? And that's really easy to do. We have an awesome support. A lot of times you can even chat with them, but for a while here they've been kind of offline. I think because of the massive amount of people that are coming in, they kind of just stopped doing that for now. So don't worry, Stephen, because the support, they're really awesome, and they're going to take good care of you. And if you could, Stephen, can you type in the chat, or let me know if it's okay for me to go ahead and bring you out so I can ask you some questions. Do you mind if I bring you out? Meaning just unmute you so people can hear your voice. Cool. So I'm going to bring Stephen out. I'm going to unmute him. All right, Stephen, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, yep, I can hear you. Stephen, tell me a little bit about yourself, like where you're from um, and how you found iPass and why you decided to join.
Okay. I actually live just outside of Toronto, so I'm in Canada. Um, so I'm in the Greater Toronto area. I was born in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, but I was raised in Toronto. My background, I'm actually I've done a lot of work with youth. So I was a youth worker for about 2 years. Um, Also, just a lot of community work, activism. That's sort of my background. Um, I also just have I have a startup business as well. It's an image management agency for men,
Oh,
like men
cool.
that want to upgrade their wardrobes, like their working wardrobes. So guys that want to, upgrade from the casual clothes to suits and a tie and stuff like that. So that's actually a startup, and that's actually what inspired me to find iPass. Because as I'm starting up this business, you know, it's very, very new, and I really just launched not too long ago, and I'm looking for ways to develop cash flow. Because every business, you need some form of cash flow, um, and it's not necessarily from the business. So I actually was looking just online for different, online opportunities that can develop sort of easy cash flow for me whilst I'm on the computer, updating my Facebook group page for my business and trying to prospect for customers.
Hmm.
So that's really how I came across it. I think when I saw the video, I had seen similar systems before, but to be honest, I was impressed by Chris
Yeah.
and the presentation, and it just seemed very genuine and sincere in what he presented, and the way he presented the system. Um, so it really was by chance that I came across iFast. It was just me searching online.
And
Um,
and how far are you along with the system so far? Have you done
well,
all the
I'm
setup videos and
yeah, I've done the business plan. I went up to the business plan and I reached that point where I'm about to book a strategy session and I'm trying to upgrade to the pro,
okay.
but I'm having that little technical issue.
Oh, right, right,
Um,
right.
so it's actually preventing me just from completing, booking the strategy session and sitting down with a mentor and trying to meet my goal. Like
Hmm.
I came up with the number and like I've gone through most of the videos. So
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, and then once you're upgraded to pro, you'll make that appointment with your mentor, and then the next video you'll get signed up for a webinar that Chris does. So and so that's what you really have to look forward to. Now, I think it's really awesome that you've got your own business besides this. It's cool, and I want you to pay attention to the way iPass is structured. You know how they've got upsells and stuff like that, because you can actually take that same type of model and implement that into your own business, whether it's online or offline, because these same strategies are what make businesses successful. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and mute you back up and talk a little bit. But yeah, I was talking to somebody this weekend because I had drill weekend this weekend. I'm in the Air National Guard, and one of the guys that I work with there on the base, he said that he wants to start up his own coffee shop, and he was telling me about this, and he says, I know this coffee shop that just started, and all it does is sell coffee, and that's it, and that's that. I really like that, and I want to get one just like that. And I started asking him questions, and I said, well, do they sell anything other than coffee? And he said, well, I think they might sell like, just some pastries or something. And I said, well, it might be beneficial for you, if you start a coffee shop to not only just sell coffee, because I mean, look at Starbucks. They're really, really successful, not because so much that they sell coffee, but because they sell so many other things. They sell coffee cups, they sell pastries, they sell all kinds of other things other than coffee that people want to buy while they're in the store. And they have all kinds of upsells, right? And that's what creates um, a really solid business. And that's why iPass uh, does such a good job, when you get people in, because it we have products that they can buy on top of the main products, right? So Stephen, thank you so much for coming out here, man. You are awesome, and that business that you have, selling men's clothes and making them look sharp, that's perfect for you because I've seen some pictures of you on Facebook, and you are a sharp looking dude. So I really appreciate you coming out. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up for any questions that you guys have. Go ahead and type it in the chat, and um, if it's something that you guys uh, feel that you need to come out on for me to unmute you, that's cool too. So um, I'll just wait a couple minutes, see if you guys have any questions. I do have some paid traffic. I got a paid traffic campaign that I have going now. They haven't. Um, I guess they haven't started it yet. It's active, but none of my clicks have gone out yet. So I don't have anything for you there as far as paid traffic goes with iPass. I'm hoping to by next week. Um, but as for right now, I don't have any results. So, and I'm really excited because I'm able to see like where people um, are looking at my link from. So I've got stuff going. I've got stuff that I'm doing in what is it called? Craigslist. I've got stuff in this thing that they call Backpage, which is a lot like Craigslist. And I learned about this in the 30-day game plan. Backpage is a lot like Craigslist, but in some ways it's a little better because you can download a video onto your post for people to see. So okay, let's see. Aaron has a question, and I'm going to go ahead and unmute this guy. Aaron is a before I unmute him. Aaron, this guy is a rock star. He's been with me for over a year, and I've seen him grow so much. This guy, I'm so proud of Aaron, and he engages in the group, and he's going to be at the next event. And let me unmute Aaron here. Unmute. All right, Aaron, you should be unmuted.
Hey Josh, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that introduction. That was awesome. Yeah, definitely much appreciated.
Here's
Uh,
another thing. Here's another. Let me just say this. Aaron and I go actually way back. All right. Aaron went to college with me here in Kansas at K-State University. So me and Aaron have known each other for how many years have we known each other, Aaron?
it's been well over a decade. I know that because
Yeah.
I remember the night we met. It was at a campfire at Settle Creek, and you had your guitar out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And you
And
play guitar too, don't you?
yeah, I do.
Yeah. I might bring my guitar to the next event. I'm not sure yet, but I might.
Awesome, awesome. That would be cool. Um, so the question I have is, I woke up this morning with an email, and I was pretty excited to get it because um, it was notifying me that I got another trial cell. And what I'm wondering is, where do you go from there? Like if somebody gets like the $1 or the $7 trial, um, what do you do from that point to guide them? Because I kind of forget what the next step is. All I know is they have a link they're trying to promote, and they've been having some trouble promoting it on Facebook because Facebook calls it out as spam, even though it really isn't. But um, I did him a favor and created a link for him with a domain of mine. I
Mhm.
just created a forwarding with subdomain, and then emailed that back to him so he can promote it because he wasn't able to promote his actual iPass link due to whatever reasons Facebook has for it. And then I suggested Bitly as well, but Bitly wouldn't. It also wouldn't work. So I gave this guy a link. I'm wondering if that was the right thing to do,
Well,
and what to
from
do in
from
that
my
situation.
experience, Aaron,
Uh-huh.
I mean I think that's an awesome thing that you did. I think it's really awesome. But uh, what I think would have been better, and I mean this is easily corrected, is showing him or her. I'm not sure if it's a guy or gal, but showing them how to get a domain, right, of their own. And I mean that's super easy. It's super cheap. And I think that if you get them plugged into the Pipeline Prosperity Group, I think that
Uh-huh.
we have. I think Paul just did a video just on that. So let me.
Yeah, he did. I watched it the other day actually too, just to make sure I was doing it right. Only thing different he did was he forwards his to the actual domain and not subdomain. I use just a bunch of subdomains for different things just to test them out. But
Right. Right. And you can do that, and you can do a lot with just having one domain. So um, it doesn't look like, I don't know, maybe this is,
it was within the past week. I know that because
yeah,
I watched it
that's
probably the
not
day it went up, or maybe the day after.
I'll tell Paul to put that video in the how-to videos, so you'll be able to direct that person once. So this is what I do when I get somebody in. All right, I text them, and hopefully they put in a phone number that they can be text. If they never reply, then I might give them a call. But I go ahead and text them and just welcome them to the team, and and then I invite them to find me on Facebook, and I send my Facebook link in the text and tell them to add me as a friend. And that way, I can get them plugged into the Facebook groups by adding their name here, right? So I add them to the Prosperity Pipeline group because that's a really awesome group that we should be taking advantage of because I really have never been in a group so engaging before and
Yeah,
with
this group is
such,
awesome. I
yeah.
love it. I love just hearing, from people every day and actually engaging, and it's just an uplifting group and so much value and I take away something, valuable every day from this group and it's just awesome. So
Yeah, yeah, I do too. And Mike and Paul, the leaders of the Prosperity Pipeline Alliance, they're really awesome leaders, and we can learn so much from these guys. Let's see here. And guys, just so you know, just let me point this out. When you go to these groups, go to notifications, and I don't know why I have highlights here. It should go to notifications and put all posts. So you make sure that you keep up with all the notifications from this group. I encourage you guys to check into the group at least once a day. You know, look at the posts and comment and say welcome. When there's new members that come in because that's really helpful um, for the new member and for the people who are getting them in. I mean, it's helpful for them because you know they know they can bring their new members here and they can automatically feel included, and that's really important in this business, especially since it's an online business and you can't see them face to face. They need that feeling of inclusion. So yeah, I get them plugged into the Prosperity Alliance group. I get them plugged into the Team Only Mastermind group and the iPass 2 Mastermind group. And then from there, if they got the blogging product and they're starting to blog and stuff, I'll get them plugged into the blog love club because that's a really awesome group. And I know that you utilize that group, Aaron, and I can see that Thomas is on this group, and I know he utilizes the blog love club syndication group. So thank you for coming out, Aaron. That was a really good question. Did I answer everything that uh, that you had?
yeah, I guess like my just to follow up with that, as far as getting them into the Pipeline Prosperity group,
Uh,
even if they came in on a trial and they're still on the trial, is it still a good idea to get them in
yeah, yep,
just to
yep,
get them encouraged and everything, just to encourage them and
yep, yep, definitely. Because if they have any questions, they can always go to that group. They can always ask a question, and they usually get replies right away. Um, and it's also an encouraging group. So if they are just trying out the system, then they can see that there are people that are getting results here, and they can feel more comfortable about moving forward because uh, iPass is actually trying to go away from the trial. They have the trial now as a what do you call it, a downsell. So if they don't get the initial system for $47, they'll downsell it, I think, for $1, and then they can try it out. But yeah, it's really important to get them plugged in as quickly as possible so that they feel included. Sorry, I've got a phone call coming in right now. I'm not. It's somebody. I don't know who it is. It says restricted, so I'm not going to answer. All right. So thanks again, Aaron, for coming out. You are a rock star, and I will see you in Nashville in a couple weeks. Do we have any other
yeah.
questions? I'm going to go ahead and mute you. All right. All right. Do we have any other questions? So I do these Monday night masterminds every week. We try to keep them around 30 to 45 minutes because Monday nights we also have the Monday night call, the Empower Hour call, which is really awesome to get on because you learn a lot and you get really excited and it's like a mini retreat, um, on a much grander scale than what we have here in our mastermind. So I'm not seeing any other questions. I see a comment from Thomas that looks like he's got some paid traffic going out as well. That's awesome. I definitely look forward to seeing your results, Thomas. That's cool. Thomas, uh, he actually doesn't live too far away from me. He lives just right outside the city that I live in. He's got a really awesome um, uh, farm. I've been out to his house a couple times, and I actually worked with his wife for a little while at my old job. And let me tell you about Thomas and his wife. These guys, they they are leaders, and they know what they're doing, and they take action. And I see them all the time producing, valuable content for people in their particular niche. And these guys, like, they help out a lot, in the community and stuff like this. I mean, these guys are just top notch people. I'm so glad that they're on my team. And Thomas, if you're listening, I love you, man. You guys are awesome, and you guys are going to do great. And I'm really looking forward to spending some time with you when we go to Nashville in a couple weeks. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and close out. But with these closing, I just want to close out with this closing thought. If you're on this webinar right now, and if you haven't yet gotten a ticket to the next event, I want to really encourage you to go. I mean, this is your business, all right, and you want to go to your business events. And if you have the capability to go, definitely go, because you're going to meet me, you're going to meet Mike Hobbs, you're going to meet Paul Hutchings, you're going to meet Chris Jones, and you're going to meet so many other leaders that are going to impact your life, and it will affect your business. You will see results just from going to the event because of that excitement that you get and that validation that you get from knowing that this is something real and this is something that you can do. And um, last event I got sick and I wasn't able to go. I'm telling you right now, I feel the effects from that. Like I feel like like I'm having withdrawals, right? I need to go to this event. There's nothing that's going to stop me from going it because I need it, right? So I want to encourage you to go ahead, get your tickets, and get there. We're doing it in Nashville. I want to thank Aaron. I want to thank Stephen. You guys rock. Thank you for coming out on this webinar and participating in the mastermind. And that's what I really, envision this to be a mastermind. Let's see. All right. And Thomas is saying, where do you want to be in 6 months? How far do you want to go in 1 year? Uh, Go and enjoy the trip, and that's exactly right. Those are really good questions to end the webinar. You know, just think to yourself, where do you want to be in 6 months? How far do you want to go in 1 year? Don't be stagnant. Make this work. You can do it. Do it until. So we will see you guys next Monday, same time. Thanks again for coming out, and I love you all. Take care.